I generally... We're not open yet. Wait for the phone. Motherfuck. Tony Hawk is the reason that I'm a writer in skateboarding. I was like 17, and I was working at this little kids magazine called Disney Adventures. One time they asked me to interview Tony Hawk. 5 basic questions, fluff piece. It was my first interview ever. I did it. It was easy, and I was like, people get paid for that? And so I started pursuing that because I loved skateboarding more than I loved Disney. I've been doing stuff for porn almost since Disney. Like, I had this secret life. This publishing house did Big Butts, Black Tail, Black Beauty, over 40, over 50, the low selling over 60, Latin Inches, Black Inches, White Inch. That was my evening job, and Disney was my day job. Porn and skateboarding, very similar. The backgrounds of the participants, the shadiness of the people involved in the industry, it's all very, very similar. The skateboard industry is preying on young children, and the porn industry is just watching the Olsen twins, waiting for them to turn 18. It's no different. I believe that we had life left in us. Had Cossack gotten fired years earlier, like I had begged for, and we had gotten somebody else, like Retta, that we did at the end, I think Big Brother would have carried on, because the photography was the thing that was always lacking. It's like, dude, how many times can you have Brian Patch, in the magazine? Kids didn't care. The last issue of Big Brother had Gino on the cover. Retta was taking us in the right direction. Oh shit, I dropped my sandwich. It's like we discovered the cure for cancer just a little bit too late. I don't think Big Brother would have a chance in this day and age. Skateboarding is real vanilla now. We couldn't talk about any of that shit in 2011. ESPN, Maloof Cup, Street League, none of that will allow their participants to be honest and truthful. I think I was supposed to be involved with Jackass. It was a byproduct of Big Brother, and I was moving out there, and those guys just asked me to, to puke for them. And then the thing went on MTV, and it was enormous. It blew up instantly, and all those guys took off, and I was just seeing my wife. It was maybe our 4th date, and some chick came up, showed her tits, and asked me to sign them. Some other dude asked me to puke for him in the bar. It got real weird real quick, and I was like, this is not for me. This is not what I want out of life. Because it would have got even crazier. Every single interview, I take something, and there's just so much. There's gems all around. Did David Loy, and that kid is a product of the California school system, or worse, the homeschool system. He's like, dude, I know that Auschwitz is a penetration camp. Penetration. Wow. I always think about Adam Alfaro telling me, super stoned. He's like, dude, in the future, there's gonna be cars in the air, and we're gonna need nets between the buildings to catch the bodies. And I was like, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. A lot of times, especially when the skaters are close friends, I show them the article. I don't want to hurt anybody. It's never my point to hurt a skateboarder. I don't want anything to come out that anybody doesn't want. If somebody's banging somebody else's girlfriend and they slipped up and said it in an interview, I give them the chance to retract. When you just outright say you can't print it and you're not going to get paid for it, that's when I get pissed. But if you're going to try and fuck me, I'm going to try and fuck you harder. It's that simple.